Hello and welcome back to LiveLeanTV. I'm Jessica Guthrow. I'm here in my home workout space. This is also where I do my progress checks. So I was gonna say progress pictures, but I actually do progress videos. This is the #1 best way to measure your progress tracking as you go, because we're talking about a lifelong journey of staying lean, shredded, and fit for your entire life. So it's not like you either succeed or fail. You just want to monitor like how it's going, and then it gives you the power to alter that path or change it to be what you want it to be, is to see, am I getting the results I want? And if not, how can I change what I'm doing in order to get closer to them? The scale weight really doesn't say enough about your physique. It doesn't measure your percentage of body fat, your percentage of lean muscle tissue, or just your general awesomeness. And that number can fluctuate a lot even within one day. You might be 5 pounds heavier or 5 pounds lighter, just depending on digestion, on all sorts of things. It doesn't mean that your fat mass changed by 5 pounds. It just doesn't mean that. There's too many assumptions going on with scale weight. If you want to check your weight, if you want to track it, you can, but I would recommend to chart it and notice a trend instead of getting obsessed with specific numbers. Is the trend going down? Is the trend going up? That's more useful than just like, what is the number? One of the other weird things about scale weight that you might experience is what I experienced, which was where my scale weight actually went up as my body fat decreased, because getting to a lower percentage of body fat requires more lean, dense muscle tissue. So I actually weigh heavier on the scale now than I did before I learned how important muscle building was and began my muscle building journey. So just don't be alarmed if your goal weight is actually heavier than you think it should be, because maybe you've never had as much muscle as you actually need to get actually lean. Toning up and tightening your physique really is a process of building muscle, which does take a lot of time. So you shouldn't expect your results to be instant within 1, 2, 3 weeks, something like that. You should be looking more at like 3 months, 6 months, a year, if your goal is to tone up, because that requires building muscle, which requires a lot more time than just losing fat. You will lose fat when you build more muscle. So building muscle is a part of losing fat. So if you did just want to get slimmer, skinnier, then it would all be about dietary restriction. But if you want to get leaner, you can't restrict your diet that much, because you need enough calories to build muscles, and it requires a lot more long run patience. There is another measurement you can do to separate your scale weight from your body fat, and this one you actually do need to measure your scale weight to input in the data here. So you can go ahead and step on the scale first and then just use that number to set the calibration here. But then you can find out what your body fat percentage is to give you a goal to get to the body fat percentage that you would like to get to. Now keep in mind, there is a margin of error on this too. I would say it's like plus or minus as much as 2 to 3%. Test yourself multiple times each time you use it to get an average of where your body fat percentage is at. And then again, track this on a chart over time, because the trend is more important than the number itself. Okay, now on to taking your progress pictures. Nowadays, I like to use a video and take screenshots of the 3 different angles. It's so much easier to see a full body view of yourself without doing it like selfie style, so your arm or hand or camera is in the way of you. You want nothing blocking you. You want to see your full body from head all the way down to feet, and to see 3 different angles, front, side, and back. So doing it video style is the fastest, easiest, and cleanest way to do it. And this is how I've been doing it for the last few years. So right now I'm filming on my iPhone. I'm just gonna take this and flip it around to show you. I set it on my garage shelf here, and I flip it vertical style. So then I put it here. Oh, also I use mostly natural light by opening the door so the natural light comes in. I have an extra lighting kit right now, which I don't normally use. I'm using it to make this video for you guys, but normally just the natural sunlight is enough to do this. Set the camera down here, and then I just take a few steps back until I can see my full body in the frame, all the way down to the toes, all the way up to the head, okay? Then the outfit is important too. I don't wear a bikini, I don't wear underwear, I wear something sporty. So sports bra, tight, sporty shorts. That's the most appropriate thing for when you want to socially share this. Like if you're gonna post this anywhere online, you don't want to be in your underwear, okay? So keep it to a sporty outfit, but one that shows your body really well, and then use the same outfit every time. So for the first front pose, you want to make sure hair is back and just stand normally. You can flex a little bit and then do another one that's more relaxed. Keep in mind that you're trying to show muscle tone here. So you want to actually flex so that you can see when there's more muscle tone than there was before. So turning to the side here, I always pull the hair to the back. Make sure the front arm is removed out of the way of your midsection. So I'll usually just put my hand on my butt right there or behind. Flex your abs. You can do some different angles where you turn a little bit this way, a little bit this way, so you see what you're trying to see. And then the back one, again, hair brushed off to the side, either hands on the hip or arms down. You can flex your legs, you can flex your butt, flex your back. And then the second side really isn't necessary, but if you want to, you can go ahead and do that one too. I usually just like one side, so pick your favorite side, and then that's it. So now you watch back that video, you're gonna take screenshots of those specific points where you hit those 3 poses and save that for comparison to next time you do the same video in the same location with the same lighting and the same outfit. So I set my iPhone right here when I'm taking progress pics, which is like about the height of my hips. Okay, so that's what I recommend as far as like how high or low you're putting your camera, like about the height of your hips. My garage door happens to have this nice little shelf that works well for this. You want it to be light coming forward at you and no light behind you. Make sure that you do this against a wall or in a room without windows behind you. That's important because all the light in front will give you the best view of what you're trying to see here. But don't worry too much if there's like stuff in the background. As long as you can see your body clearly, that's the most important thing. And then save that for future purposes of rechecking and looking at what you're looking for. So if you want your waist to get tighter, make sure that you focus on the waist. If you want to grow your booty, make sure you focus on the booty. So the way you do the progress pics depends on like the goal that you're trying to achieve. So make sure you're very crystal clear on your goal and the outcome that you're looking for, and that will help you make sure that your progress pics are done in the best way possible to help you in that process. Now, luckily, if you're using your iPhone for this, everything is already time-stamped and dated because it always tells you when the picture was taken, so that's done for you. But if you're using any other type of camera, make sure that you write the date on the picture so that you don't forget when they were taken, and then you schedule in your calendar when your next set is due. And that's really important because you always need deadlines in your fitness. You need like a reason why to stay motivated, because we all have those days where you just wake up and you don't feel like it. We all have those days. But if you have a specific goal and a specific deadline as to when that goal is due, then you will be more likely to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. So you may also choose to take like tape measure measurements if you want to. You can do waist circumference, booty circumference, chest, arms, thighs, whatever you want to change is what you want to measure. So it's not that I necessarily recommend doing measurements, but if your measurements are important to you and you have a goal of a specific measurement that you want to achieve, then do your measurements. You want to track whatever you want to achieve. So if fat loss is the goal, find out how much fat do you have and how much fat do you want to have, and figure out what needs to happen to get from A to B. So if you do feel like you need help figuring out that clarity of like exactly what needs to happen to achieve the result that you're looking for, I do one-on-one coaching, and I can help you sit down with you, specifically talk about your goal, what you've been doing, what's worked and hasn't worked, and what I would do to get you from A to B. So that's what I do for clients. So I hope this was inspirational to you. If you've never done progress videos before, I hope this will be your motivation to do your first one. And if you need help and more guidance, that's what I do. I'm full at the moment, but spots are always opening. So link is down below. If you're interested, you can get on my list and I can let you know when the next spot is ready. I also offer group coaching with teamlivelean.com. We train thousands of people all over the globe at the same time. So that's a really great way to get access to our help and guidance if one-on-one coaching isn't a fit for now, but it could be a fit soon. So let me know if you're interested, and I will talk to you later. Comment down below too if you found this helpful, or if you have other tips for tracking your own progress that have worked really well for you that you want to share with the community. So I'll see you guys at the next video, and keep living lean.